weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
As we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Taking it about the 36.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain. But at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. The Rams hit 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 54 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with it.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You remember remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, of course, coming off the safety the last time they had the football. I never want that.
No, that's pretty unique, too, isn't it? When you give up points that way and the scoreboard, you look up and it says 2-0, it can throw you a little bit. Let's see if they can put that to the side and move forward.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Monarchs have moved out in front. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Milner, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Call that a gain of 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice tackle on the defense there. Just defensive backs in a dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
London about set to take over on offense.
Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Milner, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they have regained the lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st down, Milner. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Number 10, a gain of 7.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To throw now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Second and 5. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On second down, Milner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Second down and inches. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Eagles who were able to swoop in and get the road victory. Ken John Barner, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounced back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, we're off to check out another game.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here are the Rams to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On second down now, Milner. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a handoff up the middle. Randolph. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. On second down, Milner. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Rams.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one. And a loose football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Holding. Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Here's a give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
back to throw here. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
The quarterback
that winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
He did a good job here to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Randolph up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Encroachment. Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. Milner, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run on 1st down. Randolph, and he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 14. And his throw here's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide down with a good gain. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
2nd and 13. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Boy, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
London about set to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete.
The pass. Caught by number 10. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Yeah, this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Up the middle they go. Milner.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
incomplete on the deep ball. He was defended by Trayvon Merritt.
Back to throw again. He's going to go up top again. And
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
8 yards on the pickup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Matt Judon, his second sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's second and 7. And this one too low. They head to the line facing a third and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this one is incomplete. They had to to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance. It just was unsuccessful.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Milner. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Pushes him over. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. So now Las Vegas down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side, it's complete.
That's good. 4-8.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Buying time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Los Angeles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.